I'm busy. Don't disturb me lah. Nah, take this phone. You play yourself lah. All day phone. You study already ah? I'm talking to you boy. Are you listening?
Give me back!
What's that attitude ah? How dare you talk to me like this?
So what? You didn't even know me at all. You never care about anything except my result. You don't even know what I really want.
Hi, Jacqueline. Congratulations.
Hi, congratulations.
Hey, what about we eat lunch together for celebration for her?
Oh, that's good idea. Let's go. Are you okay? You look so haggard these days. I'm okay. Don't worry. Just let me rest 5 minutes. Huh? 3 o'clock? What the hell? 5 o'clock? Okay. I will definitely not procrastinate this time.
Are you sure this will work? You're the one that said we needed a bust.
喂
Jai, have you finished your assignment already? You said you will send your part to me by 10.
Huh? I didn't even write a single word. I'm so done.
Hi. Hey, you didn't see the news recently? We still there to Westgate Road outside.
What's the matter? Can we do whatever I want now? Oh my god, what kind of people is this?
So that's why I tell you don't Westgate now.
But I think this won't happen on us, right? This news only appears online. Sure that we are all at least. Don't be all anxious, sis. Now it's 21st century, it's a law society. Wait.
So, what is social media actually? Platform for connection, sharing, a place to rest, capture the beautiful moments? Well, this seems to be going in a good direction.
But since when? It drifts us away from our families, just to find validation from someone else.
Getting hurt by words that were never meant to be said, bullied by people who don't even know our names.
Time slips away from our fingertips, making procrastinations into anxiety.
The dirty thoughts hiding behind the camera, and they say it's just for fun.
Is this the real face of social media?
It's not. It was never social media itself, but the people behind the screens. We all have a choice in how we use it. Parents can choose to spend more time with their children, to talk,
I'm sorry, boy.
to listen,
I should get to know you better.
to be present. So the screen doesn't become your only source of love. If you ever become a victim of cyberbullying, remember, you are not alone. Save every message, screenshot, and post as evidence.
This is MC.
Report the content
How
or
can I
account
help you?
directly to the platform.
to report cyberbullying case.
Learn self-control online. Don't let endless scrolling feed your anxiety. Protect your mind, protect your peace. When a camera turns into a weapon, don't look away. Report it, stop it. Because silence only protects the wrong side. Social media doesn't define who we are. We do. And maybe change begins when we decide to care for our minds, for each other, and for the world behind the screen.
In my view, almost every child today holds a smartphone. I do not think this is due to internet addiction, but rather the shortcoming of parents that often use being busy as an excuse. When their children seek attention or want to play together, they simply hand them a phone to keep them quiet. Yet, when the children become absorbed in electronic device, the parents turn around and criticize them, which is a quiet contradictory. In the first chapter of our film, there is a moment when a netizen asks, "Are you okay?" This shows that when children do not receive companionship from their parents, they seek it online. It reflects the existentialist idea that people search for recognition in loneliness. When real life lacks love, they turn to the internet to reassure themselves. Then they are not alone. They are not merely using their phones. They are searching for meaning.
We can observe that the lonelier the children are, the more they immerse themselves in their phones. Social media and online games allow them to live out the version of themselves they desire in a virtual world, becoming a form of escape from reality. In the first chapter, the son is absorbed in social media, clearly enjoying the virtual world because he is not understood in real life but finds out what he wants online. Social platforms also recommend content based on a user's preference, giving them exactly what they like. Technological determinism suggests that many of their behaviors are not truly chosen by the children themselves, but shaped by the technology through algorithms, recommendations, and infinite scrolling. Technology traps them in a passive cycle rather than them actively choosing to be addicted.
For me, whether it's a real-life bullying or cyberbullying, both reflects the darker side of human nature. In chapter 2, I adapted the story from a real event in China in 2023. Zheng Linghua, an outstanding university graduate, dyed her hair pink and achieved excellent results. Yet, she was cyberbullied with fabricated sexual rumors for 6 months, and eventually died by suicide due to depression. Ironically, those who bullied her online claimed they were not responsible. A young woman who should have had a bright future was destroyed by people's words. Some may say, just don't read the comments. But What if your phone number is leaked, your address exposed, and your private life is invaded? How are you supposed to escape? However, for personal reasons, I choose to let the cyberbullying victim in my script to survive. It serves as a message to those who are being bullied. Don't be afraid and fight back. Everything I mentioned emphasizes the concept of virtue ethics. If society fails to cultivate kindness, respect, and honesty, this harmful online culture will continue to reproduce tragedies. It's not the system that is lacking, it's that the people have lost their sense of virtue.
From a utilitarian perspective, the pleasure brought by short video is temporary, while the harm caused by procrastination, anxiety, and avoidance is much greater. Chapter 3 focuses on procrastination, but what caused it? Is it truly social media, or is it ourselves? In fact, Chapter 3 is the one we relate to the most. Even during the production of this film, we kept procrastinating, which reflects on our real-life behavior. Procrastination often leads to the most significant consequence. Anxiety, tasks that should have been completed are left unfinished, and in the end, we regret every action we delayed. Social media becomes an excuse for our procrastination. What matters most is whether we can stay grounded without being distracted by external influences. While we enjoy moments of pleasure, we must also consider whether our actions lead to negative outcomes.
Both the cyberbullying in Chapter 2 and the hidden camera incident in Chapter 4 violate the same principle: respect for others. In deontological ethics, some actions are absolutely wrong regardless of their outcomes, such as insulting others, spreading rumors, or secretly filming someone. These behaviors already cross a moral boundary because they violate the most basic duty to respect human dignity. Respecting others should be a principle and a matter of basic common sense. However, many people instead choose to shift the blame onto the victims. I do not understand why. In an era that is supposed to be more open-minded, victim blaming still exists, criticizing the victim's clothing or behavior while failing to reflect on their own actions. As news reports continue to emerge one after another, I have realized that today's society does not fully meet the basic conditions of being human. Social media was originally created for communication and entertainment, yet it has become a weapon used to harm the others. Is this the destruction of human nature or the collapse of morality? When even the most basic moral duties no longer seem to exist, why has this happened? Perhaps no one can give a definite answer. Still, I hope that the world can gradually become a better place.
Endless scrolling that leads to addiction and the misuse of the hidden camera technology remind us that the more advanced technology becomes, the more important ethics are. Digital ethics examines whether the platforms, devices, and the users act responsibly. Technology is becoming capable of more and more, but are we prepared to protect vulnerable individuals? If the inventors of social media had known their creation would lead to countless victims, would they still have invented it? But what I want to express is that social media itself is not at fault. It is the malice of bad individuals, the darker sides of human nature. Even without social media, these harms would appear in other forms. Whether social media affects us negatively depends entirely on how we choose to use it.
Instead of seeking a sense of existence from others or from the virtual world, it is better to do things you personally find meaningful. Self-acceptance and self-recognition matter the most.
The internet can indeed help us escape reality for a moment and bring short-term happiness, but please remember to look up and reconnect with the real world around you.
Compliments can be spoken without hesitation, but harmful words should be thought through carefully. Every action you take is remembered on the internet.
Do not place the blame entirely on social media. Everyone needs to have some self-discipline. Your anxiety often comes from a lack of self-control.
If you discover that you have been secretly filmed, do not feel ashamed. Speak up. Likewise, if you see others facing the same situation, step forward and stand up for them.
I hope everyone uses social media responsibly and does not abuse it. We are the ones using social media. Social media should not be using us.
You know, it wasn't always like this. Not very long ago, just before your time, right before the towers fell, circa 99. This was catalogs, travel blogs, a chat room or two. We set our sights and spent our nights waiting for you, insatiable you. Mommy let you use her iPad. You were barely 2, and it did all the things we designed it to do. Now look at you. Oh, look at you. Unstoppable, watchable. Your time is now. Your insides out. Honey, how you grew. And if we stick together, who knows what we'll do. It was always the plan to put the world in your hand. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything and anything and everything and anything and everything and all of the time.